They called her Mama the Cleaner. Nobody knew her real name. Nobody knew her real mission. But Mama Aoife had a secret, one she buried beneath faded wrappers and worn slippers. She wasn't poor. She wasn't desperate. She was the mother of Chief John Benson Aoife, one of the richest men in Nigeria. And she had disguised herself, not out of madness or misery, but to find a woman pure in heart, God-fearing, humble, and worthy of her only son.
Please don't forget to subscribe.
It was a regular Monday morning. Mama Aoife was slowly cleaning the hallway near the HR offices, her knees aching and her back hunched. Just as she reached for her mop, a sharp voice pierced the air. "You, this old woman, are you blind? What is wrong with you, woman?" shouted Mercy, a tall, heavily made-up woman in tight corporate attire. Mercy barked, stepping over the wet floor in her expensive red heels. "You poured water near my shoes. Are you mad?" Without warning, Bose kicked the bucket. Splash! Dirty water soaked Mama's wrapper and spilled across the tiles. She gasped quietly, more from shock than pain. "Next time, do your job well," Mercy sneered, her heels clicking as she stormed off. "Next time I'll make sure you're fired," Bose spat, flipping her braids as she marched off. Everyone nearby turned away, except one. A young woman, with quiet eyes and a soft face, rushed over. "Mama, are you okay?" she whispered. Her name was Amara, a junior admin officer, humble, polite, always carrying a lunchbox and second-hand shoes. She bent down, using her scarf to clean Mama's feet. Amara fetched tissue from her purse and helped dry the older woman's soaked wrapper. Mama Aoife nodded slowly, her lips trembling. "I'm fine, my daughter. Thank you." Then Amara took the mop, dipped it in fresh water, and began mopping silently. "You shouldn't be doing this," Mama Aoife whispered. "It's nothing," Amara said with a smile. "You remind me of my late grandma. She worked so hard too. Let me help." From that day, Amara never walked past the old cleaner without stopping to greet her. Sometimes she brought her food in a takeaway pack. Sometimes she stayed back during her break to help Mama Aoife sweep, mop, or carry things around the large building. She did all of this quietly. Mama Aoife began to look forward to each new day, not for the money she earned, but for the conversations with Amara. Amara would sit beside her during lunch, sometimes peeling boiled eggs for her, sometimes just chatting. She never asked questions about Mama Aoife's past, never mocked her shaky hands or wrinkled face. Amara's life was anything but easy. She lived in a one-room apartment in a cramped building, shared a bathroom with 4 other tenants, and her landlord, Mr. Ajayi, was always threatening eviction. That night she returned home to a handwritten notice. "Pay your rent or vacate my house. You have just 2 weeks." She sighed, sitting on her old mattress. She had only 3,500 naira left. The next morning at work, Mama Aoife noticed Amara's red eyes and silence. Amara was always joyful during her work, and sometimes Mama would ask her, "Why do you always smile, even when life is so tough and difficult?" And Amara will just smile and say, "Mama, honestly, if I let my problems to bother me, I may not live long enough to solve them." But that day, Amara was unhappy and deep in thoughts. "My daughter," she said softly, "is everything all right?" Amara forced a smile. "Just minor landlord wahala, Mama. Nothing serious." Mama Aoife squeezed her hand. "God will provide for you, my child." Every evening when the office lights dimmed and the day's rush faded, Amara would slip off her worn office shoes, change into her flat sandals, and walk slowly down the company driveway, right beside Mama. They always walked together to the junction where Mama would turn off. One evening, as they strolled past the roadside Akara seller, Mama glanced sideways with a gentle squint. "Amara, my child," she asked with a teasing smile. "This your leg walker every evening. You no day enter keki again, or your office no day pay you." Amara chuckled. "Mama, the truth be say, by the time salary reach my hand, he done already finish. Between school fees, house rent, food, even transport, go beg me for transport." Mama burst into laughter, clutching her wrapper. "You this girl, your mouth. God will provide for you one day." They reached the junction. Amara would stop and wave, smiling. Mama would raise her hand too and say softly, "Go well, my daughter." The next morning, Amara's phone rang. "Hello? Amara? Yes, sir? This is your landlord. I just wanted to say, thank you. I've received 2 years' rent, paid by your friend." Amara jumped up. "Sir? I know. A man called me. Said he was your friend. He used a private number. Just said, 'She's my friend.'" Tears streamed down Amara's face. "Thank you, Jesus!" She rushed to work, her heart pounding with joy. And the moment she saw Mama Aoife mopping by the stairs, she dropped her bag and hugged her tightly. "Mama, you won't believe what just happened to me." "It's a miracle." She narrated the entire miracle, eyes shining. Mama pretended to be shocked. "Ah, God is good, oh. See how he answers silently." But deep in her heart, she whispered, "You deserve it, and more, my daughter." Few weeks later, Mercy struck again. She was gossiping with her 2 friends when she saw Mama coming. This woman irritates me. If not for her witchcraft, she's supposed to be home while her children takes care of her. But look at her smelling like a witch." Mercy intentionally dropped some papers on the floor and shouted at, "Hey, you old witch, come and clean this up." Mama Eve turned to her and said, "But I just cleaned that spot now. Why are you throwing papers on the floor?" This time, Mercy marched into the CEO's office, her eyes gleaming with malice. "I will make sure you lost your job today." "Sir, that cleaner? She's lazy. The floors are always dirty. She gossips with staff. She's tarnishing the company image." Later that day, the CEO, John Benson Jr., tall, handsome, strict, stormed downstairs. Amara was nearby, arranging files when she heard his voice thunder. She turned just in time to see the unimaginable. The CEO slapped Mama across the face. Gasps filled the hallway. Amara dropped everything. "Sir, are you out of your mind?" She stormed forward, standing between him and Mama. "How dare you raise your hand at an elderly woman like this? Is it because she's poor?" Tears ran down her cheeks. "Don't you have a mother, a soul? You should be ashamed." The CEO stiffened. Mercy smirked in the corner. "You're fired," he said coldly. "How dare you speak to me like that?" But Amara lifted her chin. "Who wants to work for a man with no home training? With riches, but no respect?" She helped Mama up, gathered her bag, and marched out. They had just reached the company gate when Mama stopped suddenly. "Ah, my daughter. I forgot one of my wrappers upstairs. Can we go back?" Amara sighed but nodded. "Okay, Mama. Let's go." They stepped into the CEO's private lounge and froze. John Benson Jr., the same man who slapped Mama and chased us out, was on his knees, holding a ring box. Amara gasped. "What? What is this?" Mercy and several staff were gathered at the door, watching in disbelief. Then Mama stepped forward. "My name is Chief Mrs. Eve Benson, and that is my son." Silence filled the room. "I came here in disguise because I didn't want a daughter-in-law who chases status or wealth like the few encounters my son had in the past. I wanted a woman who would see with her heart. And you, Amara, you saw me. You stood by me. You defended me like a daughter. You cared for me. You fed me when I was hungry." Amara's legs shook. John, eyes soft with regret, looked up. "Forgive me. The slap was part of the test, and it broke me. But I couldn't fake it anymore seeing the reaction in your reaction. You have a heart I've never seen before. Will you marry me?" Amara turned to Mama. "You planned all this?" Mama Aoife smiled. "My son needs more than a wife. He needs a home. You are a home." Tears rolled down Amara's cheeks. She looked at John. "Only if you apologize to Mama. Properly." John bent lower, took Mama's hand, and kissed it. "I'm sorry, Mama." And only then did Amara whisper, "Yes." Mercy was very unhappy and angry. She was beginning to like this CEO and was overdoing things just to get him to notice her. The sun had set, and the golden glow of chandeliers danced across the walls of the grand mansion. Amara sat in the back seat of the luxury car in silence, her hands trembling gently. The ring on her finger sparkled, but her heart felt heavy. She had said yes in front of the crowd, yes to Mama, yes to the man who had once slapped the woman she'd grown to love. But inside, confusion. When they arrived at the mansion, the driver opened her door. Mama Aoife stepped out first, smiling warmly. "Come inside, my daughter," she said softly. Amara nodded. She walked in slowly, her eyes scanning the massive marble floors, the golden-framed portraits, the spiral staircase that reached the heavens. Then she stopped. She turned to John, the CEO, the man who had been both her boss and now a supposed suitor, and she removed the ring. Gasps echoed again, but this time only between the three of them. She held it gently in her palm and offered it back. "Mama," she said, her voice low, eyes shining with restrained tears. "I only accepted this ring because there were too many eyes watching. I didn't want to embarrass you or disrespect you." Mama blinked, surprised. "I know he's your son, but I don't know him. He doesn't know me. All I ever saw him as was my boss." She turned to John. "Sir, I'm sorry. I can't accept this yet. Not like this." Her voice cracked. She breathed in deeply and said, "There's something you both should know. I have a past, a heavy one." She looked down. "My other name is Fejiro. Years ago. I was a young girl in school, a corper, someone we trusted. He deceived me, used me. I got pregnant and he abandoned me. My parents disowned me. I had no one. I gave birth to a boy, and I raised him alone. He's now in his first year in university." She paused. "He is my world, but our life has been struggle after struggle. Sometimes I went to bed hungry so he could eat. I cleaned floors. I fetched water for people. I faced mockery, judgment. But I have peace, and I won't let anyone take it away again. Not even love." Tears streamed down her cheeks. "So please, if this is pity or pressure or guilt, don't do it. I just want to live a quiet life with my son and serve God." There was a moment of silence. Then John stepped forward and did the unexpected. He took her hands, both hands, and closed her fingers gently over the ring. His eyes glistened. "Amara, we already know." Amara's eyes widened. "You what?" "We know everything." His voice shook slightly, but his gaze remained steady. "We know about the corper, how he deceived you, how you had to leave school and work countless jobs. We know how you raised your son single-handedly with strength and grace. Mama found out everything. I did too." Amara gasped softly, her lips parted in disbelief. "We know your son's name." John took a deep breath. "My dear, this is not pity. This is honor. We didn't come to rescue you. We came to receive you, because women like you are not rescued. They are revealed." Tears fell freely down Amara's face now. Then Mama Aoife stepped forward. "And your son. will be my grandson." She smiled, her eyes soft and full of motherly warmth. "You gave your life for that boy. You sacrificed your youth, your pride, and your dreams. For him. A woman like you. You are a blessing, Amara." John held the ring in his hand again, but this time he didn't push it onto her finger. Instead, he said gently, "I still want you, Amara. But I won't rush you. I won't force you. Take your time. Know me. Let me know you and your son. Let us build something real. Brick by brick, truth by truth. And when you're ready, I'll still be right here." Amara's knees buckled slightly, and she dropped into Mama's arms, weeping softly. Not out of sorrow, but because for the first time in a very long time, she felt seen, not judged, wanted, not tolerated, loved, not pitied. Mama rubbed her back gently and whispered, "This is not the end of your story, my child. It is the beginning of a beautiful one." Mercy stands near the reception, still in disbelief after witnessing the CEO kneel before Amara. Her boldness fades as whispers spread among the staff. The crowd parts, and Mama Ife, now dressed in an elegant royal blue lace iro and buba with coral beads, walks slowly toward her. Her presence commands silence. Mama Ife said softly but firmly, "Madam." Mercy stiffens. Mama?" Mama Ife said, smiling. "It's Chief Mrs. Eve Benson. I cleaned this place to see what money could never show me. Heart, and yours." It smelled of pride, from the start. Mercy lowers her eyes, speechless. "You insulted me, poured dirty water on me, laughed and humiliated me. But I thank you, because without you, I may never have seen Amara's light shine so bright." She pauses, looks her in the eye. "You're no longer needed in this company. Drop your ID at HR. We don't need your kind in this company. I and my husband suffered to build this, and I will not let your type destroyed." She turns away with quiet grace. Mercy stands frozen, her world crashing with silent shame.
Please don't forget to drop your thoughts on the comment section.